thirsty. And the senior Persuasive is driving while intoxicated. So, on a sunny day, on a sunny day, humid afternoon, towards the end of the month of November of last year, a green Honda was driving north to work. The driver pulled out onto the highway following a tourist in a white Charger. Though already driving on a hillside, there was a serene lookout on the left side of the road. The tourist car in front seemed to look out too late and tried to make a quick stop, making a U-turn on a double-solid line in the 50-mile-per-hour zone. The green car behind didn't have time to react, but he would have if he wasn't distracted. The driver, you may ask, he was a close friend of mine. I can't say much as his case is still further under investigation, but I can say this. It wasn't a two-car accident. Let me show you. So this is how the car used to look like. And after the crash, a little closer shot. As you can see in the middle, there's the white tourist car. And there was an incoming car that hit the tourist car. So now let me ask you a question. How many of you guys have your driver's license? Good. Found that people who raised their hand, how many of you guys own your own vehicle or many circumstances just drive? Okay, how many of you guys have some sort of technology that can fit in the palm of your hands, for example, cell phones? Okay, you can put your guys' hands down now. Unfortunately, according to the Center of Disease Control, they stated each day in the United States, more than 9 people on average are killed and more than 1,060 people are injured that police reported to involve a distracted driver. As technology is growing, people have more things to do on their cell phone besides the basics of calling and texting, such as playing video games, accessing the internet, editing pictures, and much, much more. As technology is increasing, it increases the chances of people to use their phone for those type of things when driving. I'm talking about the use of cell phones, and I would like to persuade each and every one of you, especially drivers, to not use them when operating a motor vehicle. This is important because together we can reduce the amount of accidents and fatalities that are happening in our society and positively change the mindset of the new incoming drivers. I'm credible to speak about this topic because, for one, I've done my research and I was affected and experienced a distracted driver. Today I will be discussing the distractions of technology while driving, the effects of those distractions, and possible solutions that everyone can follow. Well, let's take a look at what is distracted driving and how the use of technology comes into effect. First off, distracted driving is defined as driving while doing another activity that takes your attention away from driving. There are 3 main types of distractions. First off is visual, which is taking your eye off the road. 2, manual, taking your hands off the wheel. And cognitive, taking your mind off what you are doing. According to the Center of Disease Control, distracted driving activities include things like using a cell phone, texting, and sometimes eating. Using in-vehicle technology such as navigation systems, also known as GPSs, can also be a source of distraction. While any of these distractions can endanger the driver and others, texting and driving is the most dangerous because it combines all 3 of them. So, for example, when a driver is texting, the driver has to look away from the road and focus their eyes on the little screen of their cell phone. By taking their vision off the road, even just for 1 second, it's 1 second less of time for them to react. If something bad was to happen. 2, when responding to a text message or most times answering a call, it takes one hand to pick up a cell phone. While the other hand is steering the wheel, there's a higher chance the driver won't be as cautious as compared as if a driver has both hands on the wheel. But not having both hands on the wheel at the same time and not focusing on the road, but rather on their cell phone screen, this puts the driver in great risk. Furthermore, when doing something other than focusing on the road, such as having a conversation through text message or calling, the driver's mind tends not to be focused on the Though already having one hand off the wheel and eyes are not constantly focused on the road, chances are the driver's mind is not all there. It's not clear enough. Now that you can see how technology is such a distraction, you must understand that it is unsafe, not only for the driver, but for others on the road too. The possible effects of distracted driving. According to the New York Times, with virtually every American owning a cell phone, distracted driving has become a threat on the nation's roads. So here's some statistics. According to textinganddrivingsafety.com, in 2011, at least 23% of auto collisions involve the use of cell phones, which that is equivalent to 1.3 million crashes in the United States. 1 in 5 drivers confess in surfing the web while they are driving. 1,600,000 accidents happen per year, according to the National Safety Council. As you can see in this picture, text messaging is 23 times more likely to end up in a crash. Dialing 2.8 times more, talking or listening 1.3 times more, and reaching for a device 1.4 times more. So all it takes is 5 seconds. 5 seconds is the minimal amount of time that driver's attention is taken away on the road when they are texting and driving. So here's another statistics. Distracted driving tickets. Oahu had 20,654. Hawaii, on the Big Island, had 1,259. Kauai had 930. Maui, 964. And the total, 23,907 tickets. This all could have been prevented. So I know that there's a law that's being enforced today about talking on the cell phone. But as many of you folks know, may also be wondering, is it just only cell phones? So I did my own research, and then I found out that according to the handsfreeinfo.com, as long as you're operating a motor vehicle and are holding an electronic device, that will be a violation. So I know that some of you folks in this room operate some form of technology when driving at one point in your guys' lives. I would know because I sometimes do this too. See, I work for my dad's company. It's about delivering luggages to passengers, late luggages to passengers from the airlines. As though calling the passenger is a must before delivering the luggages to see if they are home, unless it's a hotel, and to drop it off at the front desk. But my point is, though it's easier, faster, and more convenient, because you don't have to stop on the side of the road to talk or text or to look for something, it's also more risky, distracting, and extremely dangerous. Now that I gave some background information and my personal experiences, here are some helpful tips to become a safe driver. So first off, keep your phone out of arm's reach. Put it in your purse, backpack, zip it up, and leave it in maybe the trunk of the car or in the back seat. Another is turn off your cell phone. If you can't hear it ring, then you won't pick it up. Don't text or call people when you know that they are driving. I know most parents do this because my parents used to do this when I was in high school. They used to call or text me to see if I'm actually reached my destination, to see if I'm safe. But most times you should tell them that you can call them when you reach your destination rather than them calling you. Another is have a designated texter in the vehicle. So if you have your friend or a passenger in the vehicle, have them text or call someone. And remember that distracted driving is just as bad as drunk driving. According to largemount.patch.com, texting while driving impairs your driving abilities in the same way that alcohol does. And imagine this. Pedestrians and passengers in other cars are people you know and love. Would you want a distracted driver on the road if your loved ones were there? Driving distracted with passengers in your car also put their lives at great risk. Now you don't want to set a bad example for other people passengers in your car. By recognizing how drivers can be easily distracted when operating a motor vehicle and seeing how it can affect one's lives, it can indeed help people to be more cautious and safe drivers. So today I've talked about what is distracted driving, how a driver becomes distracted, and the effects of being a distracted driver. And I talked about some possible solutions to become a safe driver. So I leave you with these thoughts. I quoted on a site, itcanwait.com. So it says, no text message, email, website, or video is worth the risk of endangering my life or the lives of others on the road. I pledge to never text and drive, and I will take action to educate others about the dangers of texting while driving. No text is worth the risk. It can wait. And I have one of these. You can leave it in your binder or folder. Just a reminder.
Man, this one actually took time. When I just printed it off the computer. That's awesome.
Okay, enjoy. You're amazing.
Okay, good.
I feel that each and every one can participate into becoming a safe driver, and we can make a huge difference, and also by being above the law that's taken for us today. Thank you.